On today's video, as Ninja update comes out, some nice surprises from Lilith. Ethelflaed is now redeemable for Alliance credits, a bunch of other things that were released in this update, and what happened with the Wheel of Fortune and Mightiest Governor. Why can't we choose them? Everything and anything about that update in this video, well, at least a good part of it. And also, massive credit where credit is due, as this update indeed helps the game quite a bit, Lilith. Let's talk about that and much more, so sit back, slap a like on the video, and let's go. Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to Gekko Gaming. Holy balls. Hey, we finally have what to do with Ethelflaed sculptures, and that is claim them as Alliance credits. That's right. You can now go into the Alliance shop and redeem your Ethelflaed sculptures for 5,000 credits a pop. And if you're someone like me, who's been playing this game for a while, had Ethelflaed expertise a year ago, you're still buying-ish when you remember the daily three sculptures that you get. As you can see, we still have the multipliers of 3, and we didn't know what to do with it. But for a while now, I've been saying that it makes no sense to not buy her. The reason for that is if you finish all your expedition, you're going to get enough credits in the game that you can pretty much outbuy this twice, and even 3 times. Let's spend 100 gems just to do that as well. That's a little mistake, but it is what it is. You can get the free spin, you can get all of these, your Ethelflaeds, and still be gaining coins. So there is no real use for them. Some folks have used them to buy epic sculptures to then trade them in the stage 3 of rebuilding the Crusader Fortress, and I did that as well, but it's not as beneficial. And now we get 5,000 credits per Ethelflaed sculpture. Remember that every day that you are playing the game, you're going to get a bunch of these Ethelflaed sculpture chests, which we have just been hoarding for the longest time. And now it's time to open all of them up and exchange Ethelflaed for what will be probably a boatload of credits. Before we get to that, I want to show y'all something else that came in this update. Or maybe it came in a little bit earlier and I just found this out. If you click on Ark of Osiris and then you go up to the top right corner, you'll see League in here now. And when you click on this, you get to see all the different rankings and all that from the previous events. But you now have Season 4. And you can already see which realm your kingdom is assigned to. I would assume that it's based on a kingdom or it's based on the alliance. I would guesstimate that it's based on a kingdom, and the way they did this is based on the kingdom's age, and that's how they divided the realms, which are now 4 realms. That's right, there are 4 realms. Rise of Kingdoms is finally getting it. In Season 4, we now have 4 realms, which will then determine 4 winners, which can then create a mini tournament of their own. 4 of them going into 2, and then into the final winner, best of 3s type of thing. And you have a very, very awesome second event. And the more this game grows, the more realms there will be. And eventually we'll have multiple facets of Osiris League, which is really awesome. Looks like Squad will be in the realm of Anubis. And I'm curious what else, who else is anywhere else. We'll find that out on March 22nd when the registration for Ark begins. But with that being said, there were also some weird things that came with the update, including the fact that both Mightiest Governor and the Wheel of Fortune are not choose them. Now, Mightiest Governor, I feel like it kind of makes sense, right? We started a Mightiest Governor on one commander. You're not going to restart the Mightiest Governor, right? The same, by the way, applies to the Wheel. The mechanics behind these games require you to start the event at the settings that you choose, essentially. As the point of this being, the Wheel was started with the previous settings of this event. And you can't just, in the middle of an event, switch the event. It makes no sense. If we talk about how this would work in terms of the mechanics behind it, there's probably like some sort of configuration file, which every time is updated, that has the list of the commanders and what of the assets that need to be in here, and then it goes through the list. Once the event is already triggered, you can't really turn it off. I'm assuming as soon as this wheel goes away from here on out, obviously we will have the choose them wheels, and we're gonna have to see how that one works. Unfortunately, because of the delays in the update and the timing of the update, we are gonna have to go through one more wheel of unnecessariness per se, or the old wheel until the new wheel comes out. I am unfortunately not going to go ahead and spin for Herald. I'm just going to go skip them, and we'll see what the next wheel has to bring. With all that being said, I think that it's time to give Lilith credit where credit is due. It's important to give out criticism, and it's important to pass on feedback, but it's also important for us as a community to recognize the goods, not only complain all the time, right? At the end of the day, this whole Ethelfled sculpture thing was in no patch notes, and yet it's something that we've all asked for a very long time. And this is actually a great solution for the Ethelfled sculptures. Why is that? It's pretty much making every type of player have a usability for Ethelfled that can progress them in a very meaningful manner. One of my members who had a ton of Ethelfled sculptures, who's a free-to-play player, ended up getting like 20-some passport pages and migrated thanks to Ethelfled for free as a free-to-play player. And so when you end up buying, exchanging all these Ethelfled sculptures, and you'll have a bunch of these credits, now you have a ton of different things you can use that are based on what you need for your account to grow or play the game better. For me, I'm most likely going to go exchange all those Ethelfleds and get a bunch of teleports when the time comes, because I didn't have teleports almost at all in KVK. I ran out of teleports. And of course, talent resets are very, very useful. Teleports are extremely useful. I am less of a fan personally of getting VIP or XP from here. Silver keys, please don't do it. Name changing, always good. If you want to change your name, this is probably the best way to get it done. Up here, speed ups can always be useful. However, I don't really see too much value in them. However, it'll take you about, this would be 10, 16 Ethelfled sculptures for 3 hours speed up. That's not bad at all. With all this going on, there's probably a lot more in this update that I haven't gone through or showed you or looked at yet. But I really wanted to focus on the positives that I've been seeing and on how things are looking. And with that being said, we had 2,440 Ethelfled Treasure of the Warrior Queen chests. And I feel like it's time to open them all. Let's see how many sculptures we get. Let's go exchange Ethelfled and see how many credits we end up getting. I'm hoping to get one Legendary Commander sculpture out of this. Yeah, let's be realistic, right? 3, 2, 1, click. We got four Legendary Commander sculptures. That's actually very good. I didn't think we'd get that many. That's not bad. 4 Legendary Commander sculptures just hiding in these chests. 82 epics, 3 gold keys, 1.7k silver keys. Oh my goodness. Let's go open all of those up too, because why the heck not? An 838 Ethelfled sculptures. 838 Ethelfled sculptures, as I open the calculator, unprepared Gekko in the house, is probably enough for a pretty big chunk. We get about 4,190,000 credits out of this alone. Plus what I had, we're estimating a good 7-8 million credits, which will be very, very nice. It's about 12, 13 teleport pages. If you're passport pages, if you're looking to migrate, it's a bunch of speed ups. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and exchange these, as there are more important things in the shop that I need than Ethelfled sculptures. And so with about 1,531 sculptures, we're expecting 7,655,000 credits. We're gonna go in here, click that 531, and there it is right there. I'd sell them all. I don't see a use for Ethelfled. Bam. And there it is. With all that, we now have a ton of credits. If we need to migrate by any reason, we could do that with these. We're going to get a bunch of other items out of this. And overall, very, very good surprise addition by Lilith into this update. As I've mentioned to you all in a stream a little bit ago, this update and in the next update as well, there are things that are not said that are added into the game that will be very, 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 very cool. And I'm not saying this out of insider information or any of that sort of thing. There is no leak in here. There is no any of that. but I do know that the situation that happened with the community required of Lilith to get a little bit, to bring a reaction to the big blow up that happened a little while back. And I'm assuming that we're still going to be seeing more awesomeness come out in the next update, as slowly Lilith will hopefully start listening a little bit to the community in a faster fashion. But credit needs to go where credit is due. Way to go, Lilith. That was a great surprise. Keep up doing that. And hopefully the rebalance of KVK was good. Hopefully all the things that were in the update are good. We're really looking forward to the Ninja event. What do you all think about the update? Leave me a comment down below. I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. Appreciate you if you dropped a like on the video. Subscribe down below, and I'll see you in tomorrow's stream. Have a great rest of your week. Take care and have a good one. Peace.